Who's on the server? We have 17 players. Speed Self is here, okay. Speed Self Dampoleto again there. Dampoleto basically only needs to play and he will win the season because of my fucking disconnect that I had that 1 week. That was so shit. It really did cost me the whole cup. Otherwise, I could overtake Dampoleto, but due to that disconnect that I had in this one JMZ cup, I'm just not having any chance anymore in that season. So we start with a 10-minute time attack to get good on the map. And then we start with a knockout. Okay, I have the feeling that the legs have to do with this map. Could be PB. Ah, not really. But at least first local. Why can you just go over this edge? I'm still clueless. Why does that work? Point 3. Huh? Ah, point 2 now for Dampoletto. He is warmed up on this map. This is, I don't think that they exist in the editor, these blocks. That's a 2 block length uphill. And this is then a 2 block long going from uphill to flat. They do not exist in the editor. But I wouldn't understand why it should be possible to get over... okay, it must be that reason that it's already flattening here a little bit, yeah. But there must be one way how you would still clip that, but I never clipped. Yet. Wait for the knockout. So very good time for Dampoletto. The third place only drove a 0.8 so far. Dampoleto won everything in the end. I was ahead of him in this checkpoint. But the ending is also the shit part that I'm really not confident with. It's blind, you don't know how much grip you keep, and so on. Going into the grand final against him and then driving 48, that would be a dream. Alright, warm up, then no elimination round, and then it's the knockout live. What is the reason for this map being so laggy? Is it the amount of podiums? But then Nadeo maps also have a lot of podiums. Interestingly, you don't see that in the top left in my FPS counter. That is like always around 100. That doesn't seem laggy at all. When I started my stream, I started also this map and I thought like that is coming from my PC. Like that felt a bit more like PC lags that I have. But yeah, it was later fine. Now also when I played Chase, no, didn't have lags again. And then I go to this map and it lags so much again. I would think it is the amount of like blocks with people on that. Yeah, and so many people maybe produce lags. I don't know. Oh, we have 2 more joiners just here before that we go live. Now we are 20 players because of that. The 2 guys that joined, Emilia Bones left already again. Nice, but counts now into the knockout. And Choquette is on orange. And maybe it goes into red because of safe win? No, survives. Yeah, it feels like there are quite a lot of people in one single place. Feels to me like that. Because it's full of people there. Everywhere. I mean, that might be the reason. But I can only say it's hella laggy. It's just drivable still, but it's pretty laggy and quite annoying. I won a round with a 50. Dampoleto only 4th. Oh, if that stays like that, please. Puppet modus. Did he finish? I think he finished. Like Fyrene out is already he doesn't even drive. Je suis bloqué au start. He can't drive. He has some bug. He has a bug. Yeah. Anyway, that's important because he was one of the guys that is close to me. He's not that close anymore, but like in the season. Oh, that was a 0.5. Didn't even realize it was that fast. Speed's 5 seconds behind, but easy in. Like, to have a chance in the season, I need Dampoleto getting knocked out super early, and I do not really see that happening, because the gaps are so huge still. The thing is that Dampoleto, started with a 10th place only in the very first knockout. That is his worst result, and it might be the result that gets vanished, because the first result doesn't count. Or, no wait, no, that's actually not the case. It was one of the ideas how you could solve the issue that I had. But no, that's not what's happening. Did I jinx? No, I did not jinx. He's 11th, he's through. Oh. Imagine. I tried to jinx him, of course, with that, but in the end, the two red players, DNF and plus 11. Too far behind. Evolution had a freeze. Oh. But yeah, Dampoleto only started with a 10th place. He was pretty far behind in points. And over the first 3 editions, it was Speedset who was going away in the season, and he was my main opponent all the time. But in that moment, when I was on holidays and couldn't play, Speedset drove a really shit result. Like a really shit one. And then another time, he didn't even participate. and that threw him back. And Ampoleto overtook me basically when I was on holidays, but in real he's still behind me, because when I was on holidays I got 0 points for now, but I will get points for it after the season is finished. Depends on my result that I have in the season without these points, and then I get certain points from that. But the points that I get will still put me behind Ampoleto. That is how he overtook me, because I was on holidays and didn't play. And then I was crawling behind. Since then, it's in the second part of the season after my holidays. And sadly, I, for example, lost the final against him, where I had the chance to catch up to him. Oh god. Where I had the chance to catch up to him. There I sadly lost. So he gained 10 more points on me. And after that, the week when I really could have gained, because he had a bad result for himself, I got cucked by a teleport that knocked me out super early. Like, if I at least would have been knocked out later, then I still had chances. But I got knocked out so early. Speed's with a 0.3 now. I got knocked out so early that I've been basically... It was basically as if I didn't play the cup. Like, I barely got points, I lost many. And since then I'm now of course hopeless behind, even though Dampoleto fucked up himself as well. Like, he only got 6th or 7th or something in that cup, and that is by far not what he should have reached. That means if I didn't have that disconnect, there was a great chance to gain a lot of points towards him if I win it. I thought the final winning would have been actually not so easy, even though the people that you would have driven against, they were not fast before, but in final they drove decent laps at least. So it was not free, but it was very doable. And I would have gained so many points that I would have taken the lead. Instead, that was now the opposite. I just lost so much that I don't have it in my own hands anymore. And I basically need a shit position from Dampoleto either today or next week in the final knockout of the season, in order to kinda still have a chance to overtake him. But that's mostly not happening, most likely. Yeah, he would have needed to get knocked out when he was only 11th. Could have happened if not 2 people joined when the knockout started. Because we were now... Then he would have been knocked out maybe. If he does in the same knockout round this mistake. Oh yeah. For me, more important, besides fighting for the first place, is that I secured the second, which is now also difficult because of that issue that I had with the teleport. Of course, all the lead that I gained before to other players, I lost again. And Speedself, who was then quite far behind me, he suddenly was now almost equal to me. Oh, he's out. Yes, nice. Okay. That's good. That's very good. Huh? What was that finish? Yeah, so Speedself, that's good that he's out. He's basically... He was not far away from me. There was still someone else close, I think. I think Ripin, maybe? I'm not sure. But yeah, last week was good, because last week I did win. And that was important, that win. With that I gained a bit of points towards the others. So that was now a close round, because Tucson is out with only a second behind Ampoletto, and it was super close between many. But the important thing is I'm top 5 now. That is a huge difference between 6th and 5th for the points. I have the feeling it gets more laggy now, even with less players. The longer we are on that map, it's more laggy. Good that I didn't start my PC and stream and everything just because of this map. I really didn't think it is the map that causes this, because it first doesn't feel like a lot of decoration. But it certainly is. So I hope Nightwolf, if you hear this, don't build the scenery again. If that's what you did. With block mixing multiple of people into each other. Renault out, okay. Yeah, Rakakak and Rippin are, I think, the two opponents indeed. Rakakak's got saved. So important top 3 also reached. Now I need to beat Rippin. That was a good round. And yeah, I'm in the final against Ampoletto. The thing is, even if I'm leading, the ending, I can lose so much time on him. Like, I don't understand that ending. Also in this round he overtook me there, so you will see. Boom! Almost PB. Almost PB. 7,000's only away. After I was 2/10 behind him, I got him in the end. Like, my last turn was perfect. My last turn was perfect. And also the release into the finish. But I didn't really understand why I was so far behind already in the beginning. That was a bit confusing. But nice revenge for the final that I lost against him on this map here, where I definitely should have won. But yeah, that was nice. Definitely will watch that in JMZ's VOD. We can do that right now actually. That will maybe look nicer also for the VOD for YouTube. If we add that. So we are Tuesday Cups. Tuesday Cups are here. That is that. He's here. This is his stream. And we put videos behind. He's streaming since 11 hours already. Sesam, öffne dich.
Ce bon nombre de points, puisqu'il est... il a un peu plus de 200 points me semble d'avance au classement, et pour le moment, depuis qu'on est parti, Poulito est juste devant. Quand même point 144 d'écart, partie SD, on arrive dans la forêt. Et Marius qui a pas mal de speed et qui peut peut-être rattraper le Pouletal. Affaire à suivre, un Poulito bien décidé à enterrer le joueur allemand là-dessus. Oh, Marius qui a accumulé pas mal de speed et qui est en train de revenir, il est en train de me faire mentir. 0,97 entre les deux joueurs. On va avoir une belle entrée dans le virage. Un peu plus externe côté Marius, on prend un petit airtime. On a un petit peu plus de vitesse, ça va être très close et c'est le snipe 0-10 entre Marius et Pouletal. Marius qui va chercher cette win. OMG. OMG, j'ai failli tomber dans les pommes, incroyable. 0-10 entre les deux joueurs, Marius qui a tout donné sur cette fin, petit airtime into drift qui lui a permis d'aller sniper le Pouleto. Énorme snipe hein, du joueur allemand, on l'a dit, très colère là-dessus. Incroyable. On aura vibré jusqu'à la fin, Hippocrave qui nous a mis le classement à jour directement.
What does NRW mean?
Incroyable. Pouleto toujours premier, Marius deuxième, Ripin troisième et Rakakax quatrième. Mais rien n'est joué. Il reste encore une step, messieurs, dames. J'espère que ça vous...
Irritiert? Ups. Naja. So, basically, what I didn't know, I was here already close.
Pas mal de speed et qui est en train de revenir. Il est en train de...
It is already only 900s, but Dampolito gets this part that I struggled with always perfect.
Me faire mentir, 0,97 entre les deux joueurs.
Yeah, look at that, how inside he goes. Like, he really has to trust that he goes exactly the correct amount outside, that he doesn't get slowed down too much, because then he would just die on the wall there. Like, if you see how his car is rotated, angled, and where the border starts. And I thought I got that really good, I kept speed and so on, but look how tight he goes.
On va avoir une belle entrée dans le
So I have now like so much speed that I go this outside line, but now it feels like he has the same speed as me and just got more inside. Usually he should be slower, yeah. And you see that from these 900s or 1/10 difference between us, we now have 2/10 again. Like, it's crazy, he always got that perfect. And now he has to opt for the like just drift line, just he starts his drift, and I decided for the jump line.
Plus externe côté Marius, on prend...
And he doesn't hit the first apex, which is not a problem if you do hit the second apex nicely. But I think that he actually saved. I think this time I was winner because the guy in first saved when he was in the lead against me. I think he did another release now in the second part of the corner that he didn't need to do. He would have come around anyway. But he did that release just to not touch any walls. And
Tier time.
you see, I hit both the apexes and I also get good speed outside of the corner. I'm already now super close. So, and now the thing is, I'm 400s behind him and I have more speed, but you have to release for the finish jump. And the funny thing is that Dampoleto, even though he's slower than me and would not need to release that much, he did the same release as me and lets me pass. So I had a more risky finish jump as well. I was already faster, but we released the same amount. He didn't need to do that much release, and I wouldn't have gotten him, because when we jump off, he's still ahead of me. So if he releases the same way, or if he releases perfectly, so that he just barely makes it into the finish, then he will win. Because we would have the same speed from this moment on when we jump off. But he released too much, and I hit it perfect.
Plus de vitesse, ça va être très close et c'est le snipe 0-10 entre Marius et Pouletal. Marius.
Nice.